Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to see about energy resources advantages and disadvantages. Okay, that ozone depletion and global warming. These are the topic. In this module one, sources of energy. We are going to see this. So first one is energy resources. What are the energy resources? Already we have seen renewable and non-renewable resources. In this non-renewable, this is fossil fuel which is going to be exist in future because it is available from the earth crust and earth layers under the ground we are taking, but in future we cannot expect it. So that is a non-renewable energy source. This is the disadvantage of the fossil fuel. What are the other disadvantages is it can cause acid precipitation. Burning of coal releases more components which is going to be produce the acid rain. That's what acid precipitations. So the burning created environmental issues, right? So but the thing is, fossil fuels when compared to other fuels, renewable energy sources, energy what it is getting produced is more. A small amount of fuel, if you take that, if you burn it, you can produce more amount of energy which is created when comparing with others. That is the one benefit it is getting. And transportation of the energy from one place to another place is easy, not like solar power or wind power, or it is wherever it's applicable we can use it. And we will see this in the next thing. So here fossil fuels, it can be easily transported and it is large amount of energy is created. But the other energies like solar energy and hydel energy and all, so it is where it is available. So solar energy is only available during some areas or some season. So intermittent of energy is a continuous source of power is not there. So that is one disadvantages for this. And solar energy and the water is also like that. Wherever the water is there, available more water, there only we can produce the energy. So the dams are there where we have to construct that, and then only you can utilize it. The advantages of this solar energy or wind energy is the thing is environmental friendly. There is no pollution. It won't create much air pollution in this area. So that is the next. Wind or geothermal, bioenergy, all are this renewable form of energy and less expensive. But when it is compared to the production, it depends upon the location where more wind is there, where more water is there, where hot spots are there, like that only. So these are the disadvantages of these resources. Okay, so environmental issues, what it is going to be created in this by burning these fuels. So as a fossil fuels, when we are burning, we are going to produce a more number of smokes. That what it will do is it is going to modify the global climate and health conditions for the humans, and it creating issues like global warming and ozone depletion, and the ecosystem is going to be changed. These are all the things which can be created because of the air pollution. So the air pollution, how it is formed because of burning the materials. Whatever the materials you are going to burn, it will create the air pollution. So the air pollution is getting polluted, the air is getting polluted because of the carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and all. So that what will happen finally, this our entire ecosystem is going to be changed. And now it is one thing is that the Antarctic and Arctic regions, the ice glaciers are going to be melted because of the solar power. More the solar power means that is more heat is getting into the earth, and it is going to be, it is melted, and in future it is very difficult for the living organism there, and the water is more water is going to be produced. And see, we will see what are the next problems and all. So global warming is the one where due to the chlorofluorocarbons, it makes the earth crust temperature, increases the temperature of the earth crust, and it causes the environmental changes. So it is the entire globe is getting heated up because of this chlorofluorocarbons. So what will happen in this if it is getting temperature is a gradual increase in the atmospheric temperature takes place, and it increases the greenhouse gases, which is the carbon dioxide, carbon monoxides, and other gases. So that what will happen is heat loss from the earth to space, it gets slows down. The reflection of the heat that is getting back of the amount is getting slowed down, so the heat is inside the earth will be more. So the greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, methane, these are all getting increases because of this burning of the fuels. So what will happen if the global warming takes place? That climatic changes may take place, floods may come because more water is going to be produced because of the melting of ices. Okay, so there it completely surrounds the cities which is nearby the sea. So it is going to be a issue for the cities which is near to the sea level, and the weather changes it going to take place. So how we can reduce this? How we can? What is the problem? How we are going to solve this problem is by using clean energy. We need not to use these fossil fuels, LPG and other fuels, coal and all. We can avoid that, and you can go for the solar energy or other energy, whatever things is, and plant more trees for observation of carbon dioxide, and it releases photosynthesis. It releases oxygen during the photosynthesis process. And we can use some refrigeration air conditioner system, that we can reduce the usage of this air conditioner refrigeration system, where the chlorofluorocarbons are used more, getting delivered. Okay, and turn off the lights when not in use. Wherever possibility is there, please keep your area by energy savings, save the energy, and switch off the lights, and use the public transport to avoid the more usage of petrols. So single usage of vehicles, instead of that, if you use public, it will be helpful for others also. And ozone layer depletion is the ozone is the layer where it's a kind of oxygen, and where these it protects the UV rays from the sun. So when this ozone layer is protecting the earth from the UV rays, but UV rays which is going to create harm, it is harmful to the skin for the all. Several skin diseases will come to the because of the UV rays, which if affects directly. So the ozone layer is a concentration ozone gas which is protected the sun's harmful UV rays. And but the thing is, chlorofluorocarbon, it destroys that which is going to be created through the industry. So chlorine destroys the ozone layer, so there is a holes which is going to be created. So the ozone layer, it allows, now if there is a hole is created in the layer atmosphere, so automatically the solar UV rays directly it falls into the earth, and it affects, it creates skin cancers and so many skin diseases harmful to the people. So you can see the how the factory, from the factory the sunlight breaks down the CFC in the stratosphere, then automatically it produces it destroys the ozone layer. So this is what we have to avoid, this type of thing. So the best thing for solving this problem due to global warming or ozone depletion, we have to support for this using the microwave oven lesser amount, and using the fossil fuels in a lesser amount by public transport system and forestation. We can improve that, and usage of chlorofluorocarbons in a lesser way, we can we can save this earth. Okay, so this is what the environmental issues of these fuels, how the fuels produces the problems for the human beings and the living organization in the oceans. Okay, now this is the conclusion. We are doing this sources of energy and what are the advantages, disadvantages, all the things. So in the next topic we are going to see about thermodynamics, what is another form thermodynamics, and we are going to see about how a steam is going to be formed, like that. Okay.